Hey Riley, how's it going? So, we're in the process of starting and working our way through applied energistics. There's a fair amount of video involved in this, so I'm going to have to break it up into a bunch of different episodes in places where I hadn't originally intended to. So I'm just going to put this little clip at the start of all of our applied energistic stuff, just so you know, yeah, welcome to another AE clip. Yes, I know it's broken up in a bit of a messy way. I'm really sorry about that, but it doesn't matter. It's the content that's important. Alrighty, let's get on with it. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so iron, redstone, quartz glass. Let's grab some iron. Iron on the bottom. Redstone, quartz glass, and that gives me a storage housing. So what you can do is you can actually grab that and put it together with whatever size storage component you've got and get a storage cell. Or, yeah, you get the idea. Yay, look at all the pretty colours. And that just goes in here. So we've got our first storage item. Next, the thing we need in order to access our network is a terminal. So we're going to make a couple of these. We'll make this one, which is a terminal, and this one, which is a crafting terminal. Crafting terminal needs you to have made a terminal. Terminal. So you can use several kinds of panel. There is just a basic illuminated panel, which is some quartz glass, glowstone. Yeah, you see the recipe. Gets you a few. Alright, let's get on to that. Let's see now, let's make 2 lots. And it was illuminated illuminated panel. Iron, glowstone, redstone. Glowstone, redstone, iron. Lovely. Now, for our terminal, we need formation core and annihilation core. This is Serta's flux dust logic processor. The other one is nether quartz flux dust logic processor. So, do I have any flux dust? Of course I don't. How am I doing for... Yeah, I got some. Yep, good. Let's send out redstone, nether quartz. Let's just drop this in here. Charged. Redstone, nether quartz. All done. And stick this in the macerator. Now I need 2 of those. I remember I'm going to need a piece of wood. We'll grab a whole stack. Flux dust, logic processor, and I needed a Serta's quartz. Let's grab one of these. And a nether quartz. Oh my god, wouldn't you know it? I'm going to be so happy when all my stuff is stored in one place. Yo-do-do-do-do-do-do. Nether quartz. Gives me 2 of those. Serta's quartz. Gives me 2 of those. So I need 2 panels. 2 of these, 2 of these, and logic processors. That's why it's a good habit to get into, to just make a bunch of this stuff up front. Alright, so we've got our ME terminal. It's online. We can store things. Yep, good. Making progress, mate. Making progress. Now, a crafting terminal, crafting bench, and a calculation processor. Good. A much bigger table. Let's put it around this side. Look at that. Yeah, wonderful. Okay. So they look pretty similar, right? ME terminal is just an access to all the stuff you have stored. A crafting terminal, it's similar, except the interface is a little different. You know, you've only got 3 blocks high to interact with, and apart from that, you know, it's just a pain in the butt. But you do have a crafting table. So you can do things like, let's just say we want to craft some planks, or a crafting table. Wonderful. All good. So that's that for the moment, right? Got some storage. Now, next thing we're going to need is something called processors, alright? Let me just work this out. I need to put stuff somewhere. It's such a bad design. I wonder what's up above here. I might need to end up using some of the space up above. Okay. That, I think, might work. Crap on a stick. Steel. Steel? Oh, I don't even have any damn steel. Seriously, man. Good. Let's go back downstairs. Yeah, up the middle here. Okay. Alright. That'll do. This is going to be ugly, but that'll do. Just put some shit away. Shale. Right. Okay, next thing we need is processors. Alright, like I said, we need processors. A processor Here's your options, alright? These four. Now with these things, once again, you're better off building the 64K one, because some recipes quickly get quite complicated once you're actually crafting all the bits and pieces. And the more complicated the recipe, the bigger the size it is, and if the recipe is too big for the crafting storage, it can't be you can't make it, right? So a 1K crafting storage will only let you do a really simple recipe. 64K, there's a bunch of recipes that this is still not big enough to do, but it's big enough to do most things that you'll need to. So this is what we're after. We are after 2 of these 64K crafting storages. That's made using a crafting unit, which is it's a fairly simple recipe, and one of these 64K storage components that we also made for our drive thing up here. All right. So it's a bit of a task. Get on with it, mate. Get on with it. It's not going to get done by itself. Yeah. We need. Let me see now. Redstone on the sides, Serters in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, good. Serters in the middle. Redstone, 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 redstone. Good. $10, 17, 18. So we need 18 calculation processes. And 18 bits of glass. $15, 18. I think that's right. Yep, good. 6 of these. These require glowstone, engineering processors, two, and there we go. So that's them. Now for the casing, it's iron, calculation, logic, calculation, some glass cables. So it's 4 of those. 1, 2, 3. I need 2 logics. 4 of those. Good. Good. Wonderful. Next gen crafting. Alright, now let us put these here and here. Dig out a bit more space. Alright. Okay, so now we've got 2 crafting processes. We'll end up having 4, and we'll end up adding some extra bits to these to allow them to do more than one thing at the same time. Now let us run another piece of cable. 4, 5, 6. Thinking. Yeah, what the hell? Let's take this off again. Alright. So what we've ended up with here, right, is a piece of fat cable, and basically it's a 4x4 grid, okay? Now what we need, it's getting cramped down here, and we'll end up filling that wall as well, and oh my god, it's just a mess. Alright, seriously, this is just such a mess. Okay, next thing we want to make is we want to make one interface, which is, where's my interface? Hey, I just noticed that Skystone small brick actually looks quite cool. Yeah, that's not bad. Anyway, we need an interface. Interface is... where the flock is it? There it is. Alright. Formation and annihilation cores, iron and glass. So let's grab some glass. For the moment we only need one of these things. We've got some iron. Formation and annihilation cores we don't have. How typical. Let's make a few. 4 flux dust. And I want 2 of those and 2 of the ones with the nether quartz. Good. Now, interface. Formation core. I think it doesn't matter which way around you put them. I will just check that. Yep, interface is fine. Let's swap these 2 over. Yep, that's good. And then we're going to take this interface, right, and see this grid that we've set up here? We're going to slap one of the interfaces on the bottom. Now you can see I am taking a little bit of care to make sure that things aren't touching the wrong cable, even though it's pretty fucking tight down here. So this cable over here is just for storage drives. I'm making sure that nothing else is touching that. This here is just for these interfaces and stuff. Nothing else touches it. And out the side here, I will put the stuff for the inscribers and other things like that, and then out this side will be a setup to handle this crystal growth accelerators up top. Once again, it's everything's just very separated. It's yeah. All right. And then the terminals have got their own cable, and it's all completely, even though it is, like I keep saying, it's going to be pretty fucking tight down here. Everything is separate, it doesn't touch each other. Now we've got our interface, and the next thing we want to make is something called a molecular assembler. Okay? Quartz glass, crafting table, iron ingots, blah blah. Here's a crafting table I prepared earlier. Do I have any quartz glass? I do now. Quartz glass, one of these, crafting table in the middle, iron around the outside, and we've got a molecular assembler. These 2 things working together can craft stuff. Well, really, it's working with the processes up there, but this is the next part of applied energistics. This stuff around here is just about making the stuff you need in order to build ME systems. This up here, this is storage, okay? and this is accessing storage. This new stuff here, this and the crafting processor thingies, crafting storage thingies upstairs, these shitzers, this is about auto crafting, right? Which is a really cool sort of an idea. Now to do auto crafting, what you do is you put a pattern into the ME interface. Patterns. How do we encode patterns? Well, what we need is we need a new kind of terminal. We need a crafting terminal, an interface terminal. We need a pattern terminal, which is a crafting terminal plus an engineering processor, and this is an ME terminal plus that, and this is, you get the idea. We've been down this path before. So let us manufacture a terminal. Let's grab some processors. I think it's that. Yep, that's our terminal. And then we need a crafting table and a calculation processor. And I think it's just that and that. Yeah, there we go. Pattern terminal. Crafting Maestro. That is me. Now this looks a bit like a crafting terminal, except it's got this new section down here. First thing we need to make is we need to make a blank pattern. So that's a blank pattern. It's just some quartz, some certas, some glowstone. I think I've enough of that. Quartz, bit of certas, bit of iron, bit of glowstone. Awesome. So we take a blank pattern and we put it in here, alright, and then we can tell it, let's grab some more of this. Certas, no, this went on the sides. Glowstone went here and here and here, and a bit of this went here. And you can see how it says, alright, so with that particular shape, it makes a blank pattern. And then we can say encode this pattern, and we get an encoded pattern, which crafts a blank pattern using these particular bits and pieces. Take our encoded pattern, and we put it into the interface here. And what happens now is, now let's take this out. Alright, so we look at this. These are the things that we've got here, alright? If we put this in here, all of a sudden we've got this thing called a blank pattern, and it says craft, which means I don't have any in stock, but the system knows how to make it. So if I dump some stuff in here, right, and I say make me one blank pattern, it says these are the things that I need in order to make it. You know, it's all available. This is my to craft. Start. Boom. There's a blank pattern, which I can then put in here. Alright, so what the system did is it checked the processor upstairs, checked what was on the drive, you know, to make sure that everything in the pattern was available. When I clicked start, it pulled the resources out of the storage and sent it to the interface. The interface dropped the components into the molecular assembler, and the assembler made the product. Alright, and then it got pulled back in here, pulled back into the system, and we're done. Fantastic. Absolutely, absolutely fantastic. So, what do we do now? Well, what we do is we dump a bit of stuff into our ME system, and we start teaching it how to make the things that we need. So we put this here, and it says quartz glass. Yep, good. Now, if it doesn't have quartz glass, it'll figure out how to make it. It'll be able to make it. And that sort of adds up. So if I take that out of there, right, and I say I want a blank pattern, part of the recipe for a blank pattern is quartz glass, and it will have to manufacture that. So let's just press next, and it says, you see, I have to craft 4 quartz glass in order to craft that, because you get, like, one recipe gives you 4. You know, but all of the stuff is available, everything is all good, we can start. Let's dump that in there, dump that. Okay, so I've taught it to make quartz glass. One of the things I want to teach it to make is I want to teach it to make ME interfaces and molecular assemblers so that I can expand my little crafting thing, because at the moment this little thing can only deal with making 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different recipes, and I've already used 2. Once I'm done with that, I'm in trouble. So let's see if we can make about 5 patterns. Yes, we can. Put them in here, and we want to teach this thing how to make an interface, which is going to need an annihilation core. Now, when I was looking at that, right, you can see there's a little question mark here. If you hold down the shift key and click the question mark, it copies as much of the recipe as it can into the grid. But I don't have these things in my inventory or in the system, so it couldn't fill them in. Let's just go and grab some of this and some nether quartz. We'll just fill that in. Annihilation core, good. Get rid of that and put in this, and that gives me my other one. Let's stick them up here. Wonderful. So we've got one of those and we've got one of those, and now we should be able to say that's how to make an interface. Good. Alright. The next thing you need to be able to make is you need to be able to make a molecular assembler. Molecular assembler needs, yeah, we've got, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. We need to teach it how to make a crafting table. But the thing is, to make a crafting table, you need planks. And the planks makes a crafting table. Oh, getting close. Can we make another 5? Yes. Good. So now we should be able to say, make an assembler. Fantastic. Now to fill this up, let's see now, 16 by 16, 4 by 4 is 16. Half of them are interfaces and half of them are assemblers. So, and I've already got one. So I want to tell this thing to make me 7 of these. And it says you don't have enough iron, you don't have enough glass. I probably do over here. Good. Let's just dump all of that. So I want 7 of these interfaces. We've got all our stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we want 7 of these. Bit more complicated, the recipe. But, you know, we've got all our things. We're happy. And if you go upstairs, right, and you right click on these crafting things, there we go, there it is, you can actually watch it working through the crafting recipe, which is pretty cool. So, how do we arrange these things in order to get the best out of them? Well, like this. Okay, so the pattern alternates like a set of tiles. We've still got a bit of space up here, so if we want to make this a bit bigger, we can make it a bit bigger. But for the moment, that'll do. All right. So now we have a bunch of things that we can use. We've got 8 interfaces. Each of them takes 9 patterns. So that's 9 8s is 72. Fantastic. Yeah. I think that I'm probably going to leave it there. We'll move on to the next part of our automation in the next episode. What we're going to do is, in the break while I'm away, I'm going to get this thing to make, I'm just going to make some more logic processors and stuff like that, and teach it how to make 64K storage units. That'll be a bit of a bonus. And the next time we come back, we're going to work on automating our inscribers, our charger, and then we're going to put a bit of time into automating this crystal growth accelerator, because that's going to take a fair bit of effort, and it's going to involve a new mod that you haven't seen before called Steve's Factory Manager, which is quite cool. Does a fair bit of stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to call it quits for there. That's today's episode done. You have a good time. I hope all this made sense. If not, as always, if you're having any trouble, make sure to drop me a line or give me a call. I will always take the time to help you out so that you understand what we're doing at each step of the way, because, you know, modded Minecraft is just fucking epic. And you know, I really want you to get the most out of it. Okay, dude. Talk to you later. Okay, so like I said, I have to break up my videos in a very strange place. So this is where I'm going to cut this one off, and we'll continue where we left off on the next one. I know it means that the tasks aren't being divided up evenly video by video, but there's just a fair amount of footage to get through for us to do our ME system, and it's either I make, you know, like a 4 or 5 hour video, or I do it like this. Alrighty, thanks man, I'll catch you next time.